Ladies and
Let's go.
gentlemen, boys and girls, how we doing today? We are at episode 31 of It's Always Golf O'Clock. Your boy AJ, Scotty are
Wow.
here. Dad is golfing, Gray goes golf. We are here to talk to you guys about the world of golf and what's going on. Scotty, how are you today, buddy?
Good man. We had a good day, good evening yesterday. We got
We
we got our
did. We did.
9 after 5, which we'll talk about later in the
Yep.
episode. But that was fun. So got some exercise yesterday. We walked it too. We didn't ride,
Yeah,
we
and
walked.
I'll tell
So
you what though, man, North Carolina allergies. I'm all a little
oh
congested
yeah,
here.
yeah,
Allergies are kicking up, man. Here we go. We're getting into springtime. So
yep,
so I
yep.
gotta tell my boss I gotta get out and play a little more golf and take a few days off work to get acclimatized to the pollen. I don't know if
That's
she's gonna
funny.
let me do that, but
That's funny.
yeah, so let's start today about talking about professional golf and what's going on. We just had an unbelievable finish to the
Oh
Players
yeah.
Championship with Rory McIlroy and JJ Spawn going at it on the playoff, a three-hole aggregate on Monday. And Rory was able to come out on top with that. So congratulations to Rory and JJ for a great tournament. And it was interesting to watch, man. It was a really, really good tournament. The course was looking really hard. But we got to get down there and play sometime, man. That place is
Oh
gorgeous.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially since we're usually in that area.
Yeah, we drive right through it, kind of a thing a
Right.
lot of times. But no, great players championship, and it's really kind of leading its way now. We're kind of on the home stretch, getting into Augusta, and I can't wait for it. But
Oh yeah.
big tournament this weekend. All the big stars are out and everything. It was a really really fun one to watch. Did you watch any of it?
I watched some highlights. I didn't actually sit down and watch much of it, to be honest with you. So we were
Yeah,
obviously
yeah. I
out
was
doing
able
some
to
stuff.
get a little bit. We had a softball weekend with my oldest playing, and we were able to come out and watch her a little bit, which was cool. I appreciate that, and she does too. She played really well. You got to just continue to throw strikes and try to keep those airs down. That would keep
Like
us
you
in the
got to
game. So
continue to hit straight golf balls, right?
continue to hit straight
Keep
golf
the
balls.
airs
But
down.
so we did that on Saturday. Watched a little bit of the players. I had practice on Sunday, and then you and I were able to get out yesterday, buddy,
Yeah,
and play a little bit, huh?
yeah. It was good. We went to what Pine Knolls up in
Pine
northern
Knolls up in
part of
Kernersville.
Kernersville,
Yeah.
out in the country, man.
It's out there. It's out
But
there. But
it was good exercise.
yeah, the nice thing about it is we walk. We do this little series we
We were the
started last
only
year.
people on the back
Yep,
on the front
on the
nine
front nine, and
after
we call
five
we call
thirty.
it 9 after 5. So 9 holes after 5 o'clock. We like to get out. We throw our golf carts on or carry our bags and walk those 9 holes and just have a great conversation, great fun. And we were able to play a little bit. It was a little cold, a little windy. Check out our personal pages here on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. We talk a little bit about some of the things that we did and some of the holes that we played. But what did you take from it?
Well, golf season is still early. Struggled a
It
little
is.
bit, but played a lot better than I did the first 9 holes. The last 18 holes we played. Now we only
Yeah,
got nine
yeah.
in yesterday, but and then we're playing 18 holes this Sunday, which we'll get into here towards the end. But
Yep.
yeah, I hit them a lot straighter. And putted decent. Even though the greens weren't the best, it was really wet still.
Yeah, the nice thing about that course is it's like $14 to walk. It's
Yeah,
really cheap
good
to walk
exercise.
nine, and it's just nice to get out and walk it. It's a pretty easy walk, I think, for the most part. The front nine, you kind of start up top and you go down the hill, and then you come back up a little. It's got a little bit of elevation change here and there, but not a lot at all. And it's kind of an easy walk, and
Yeah, it'd be real nice
yeah,
once we get a little bit more daylight, and then
greens
more
up a little bit. It was still brown from the
yeah, yeah,
still most of it was dormant and everything like
more
that. So.
warmth too. So
But we'll be doing these 9 after 5 series through the spring, through the summer, pretty much all the way through until daylight savings kicks back in November next year. So um
yeah, and then we might be
yeah.
playing the same course every once in a while, just because
Yeah.
time constraints. You get some of them that are quicker and easier to get to, but yeah, we'll
Yep.
be doing
But we'll
different
we'll,
shots
we'll
or
also
some.
we'll also change it up
Yeah,
with a couple different ones too that we'll be able to use, which is
yeah,
always fun.
may
So
get some country hills in next week, but yeah, we did Pine
yeah.
Knolls. It's an okay course. It's like you said, for the money, might as well go out there and play. Or last one's off, which I'll put that in my video in the end when I get
Yeah.
that up. But yeah, that's one good thing about walking too. You don't have to rush in to get your cart, and
No.
you can just finish, you know, as long as it's before dark. So,
Yep. Yep.
but on that note, so we also had live golf this week.
Well, yeah, well, I was going to lead into that. I was like,
Yeah,
we talked about it and we kind of got on Pine Knolls a little bit here, but playing different courses and seeing different courses, it's a lot of fun. And that's one of the reasons why
yep.
there's a couple reasons why I'm not a member of a country club. One is because I just don't have the money to be a member of a country club. But I enjoy playing other courses. And that's one thing that Live is kind of doing a little bit. It's opening up different courses around the world that we wouldn't get to see. Um, I know the one that the live golf they have down in Australia is a huge hit down there, and watching that course, looking at that course, it's pretty cool to see some of these other courses around the world that normally you're not going to see on the PGA Tour, and it's fun to watch. So, let's talk about this live golf. It was in
Yeah, let
Singapore,
me.
wasn't it? You gonna bring up
Yeah,
the
I think
website?
so. Let me. Yeah, bring up the website. This is.
Yeah, and congratulations to
Yeah.
Sergio and his team, the
Right.
Fireballs, winning this week. So congratulations to
Speaking.
him, and he's kind of having like a little resurgence here. He's playing
Yeah.
really really good golf the last year, I would
And
say. So
you know me, I love Sergio. If any of you seen the Instagram channel and some of the older shorts on YouTube, I got a autograph with him at the U.S. Open at Pinehurst
pretty cool, man.
last year. Just a super nice guy. Was just walking up the practice range with his wife after the Friday session. He made the cut to get into the weekend, but just a super nice guy. He's like, yeah, hey, if you walk with me, I'll give you an autograph the hat, and just I got a lot more respect
Awesome.
for him. But I like him. I follow him
Yeah.
on follow the Fireballs on Instagram, and then follow him on Instagram too. But yeah, just a cool guy, man. And I've always kind of liked him and his style of play and stuff. So
Yeah.
cool to see him winning. You know,
Yeah, and the thing, and there's so much controversy still with Live Golf and PGA Tour,
right?
and they took it for the money. Look, I get it. I understand. Like I understand you're gonna, some people feel this way, some people feel that way. I think my personal thoughts on it, the more golf that's on TV, the better
Yes.
it is for everybody. I like
Well, it
watching the
kind
Corn Ferry Tour. I like watching the DP World Tour. I like watching all sorts of golf. I just love the game. Like when you say that,
right,
are you addicted to golf? Yes, I am addicted to golf. I really, really am.
right.
But look, I mean, look at some of these pictures on
Like
this
you
course
said,
here.
yeah, it leads
I
into
mean, it's
this. Like
absolutely fantastic. Like I've
people
never
wouldn't
even
know
heard of
about
this
these
course.
courses. Yeah.
Like it's gorgeous. Like it's gorgeous, and being able to witness some of these places and say, hey, maybe this is something that we can put on our bucket
Bucket
list. I
list.
think that'll be pretty cool.
Speaking of that, and talking about not being a member of a country club, if somebody eventually sponsors us, maybe we will be a part of a
Oh, I
country.
would love to be a
Yep.
member of a country
Yep.
club if I
So if
if
you're
I
out
if I
there and
could.
want to, sponsor us,
I
yeah.
would love to be.
No, that's cool. It's just we do this more for the fun of it and the
Yeah.
love of the game and see what happens with it. So,
But yeah, but this course looks absolutely like it looks ridiculous. It looks fantastic.
right,
So
right. I
being
wish
able to
they
see it
had
on
some
TV a
more.
little bit and
Here we go.
yeah.
Let's see if they have some more pictures or stuff, information about the course. Might take a little bit to load. There we go. Yep. First carbon neutral
Carbon
golf
neutral
club.
golf club. That's
Huh.
pretty cool.
That's
Didn't know
interesting.
that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna read the
Yeah.
whole article to everybody, but you might want to check that. Here's their socials if you want to follow them. Yeah.
Hit the greens fees. How much?
Greens fees. Let's see what the greens fees are.
Yeah, let's check it out. Maybe we can go take a ride. A
Come on.
little
Yep,
more than a
it's
ride.
loading. Take a little bit to load. Their servers must be a little bit slower there. Greens fees. Inquire now. Oh,
Oh,
no worries, man. Wait, we can afford that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Visitors, $550.
double
Hey,
me. Yeah,
you know what though? You only live once, bro. You only live
right,
once. So,
right. Oh, look
but
at that.
but like I've played. I haven't played courses that expensive. I think the most expensive course that I played was the Ocean Club that we talked about last week.
Mhm.
That was a couple $100 to go down and play, and they really treated you like royalty down there, and
Look at
it's just a
all
real
the
treat. But
water along
I
here
mean,
too.
it's really nice. I mean,
Mhm.
it's a
This
little
must be the
expensive,
other.
but
That's the other. Must be the other course
the other
there.
one, yeah.
Huh.
But
Yep.
it's look at that range,
Yep.
man.
Bucket list.
Yeah, definitely a bucket list play. But I think the thing about Live is bringing other courses around the world that we don't get to see all the time.
Right.
Now they are at the Blue Monster down at Trump Doral next week, so that's always a fun course
Yeah,
to
we'll bring
play.
that up one on maybe the next episode we do.
Yeah, and that was on the I mean that was on the PGA Tour for the longest time, down there at Doral. So it'll be pretty cool to see. But
Think I've driven by that. I haven't I can't
They,
remember.
I know they have like 5 or 6 courses there that you can play. It's like a whole resort that you can go and play,
Yep.
which is awesome.
Yeah,
So
because they're on that what Florida swing right now.
yeah, they're on the Florida swing right now. So right now, so PGA Tour this week is going to Tampa, playing at the Valspar, the Copperhead course at the
Oh yeah, you're
Valspar.
talking. Sorry, my bad. That was Liv. Yeah.
That was live. Yeah, now we're back. Now we're back on PGA Tour. We're going back.
Yep.
We're jumping back and forth. But yeah, anyway, back to the PGA Tour. They got Valspar this week, which is always a fun course to watch and everything like that out in Tampa Bay.
Mhm.
So
We've golfed in that area, TPC.
we played TPC down there, which was great. We talked about that a little bit on our podcast, and we had a lot of fun with that one. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on with the PGA Tour. We're kind of getting in the we're on the road to the Masters, which I'm really really excited about this year. I hope the weather's going to be great, and I'm really looking forward to watching a lot of that. And then right now we are in the brunt of March Madness, dude.
Yep.
The brackets came out yesterday, right, or 2 days ago, and
Yep.
I haven't done a
Okay.
bracket yet. I haven't done one yet. I will have a couple
I
that I will do.
I
Um,
did one. Yeah, with some other friends and
Playing games are
coworkers.
going
But
on today. Playing
yeah,
games are going
playing
on right now.
games right now. I think UNC's playing San Diego State. They
Yep.
were whooping them by a little over 20, I think. And then there was Alabama State one at the last second, I think, against I can't remember who they were playing,
Yep.
but yeah, we'll see who the Cinderella teams are this year. So
Yep. Yeah,
uh,
it's always fun to watch those and pick those and everything. So it's kind of you really we're in a really great time of year for sports right now if you think about it.
right,
You got the NBA's getting ready for the playoffs. NHL's getting they're getting close to playoffs.
ramped up, and the
March Madness
NHL
is going
playoffs are
on.
great.
Yeah, March Madness is going on right now. You're getting revved up for the Masters. NFL free agency. Obviously, there's no NFL games, but free agency is happening. You're getting ready for the draft.
Drafts.
And then baseball starts. I mean, baseball started today. The first game was in Japan. So first
Oh
games are in
wow,
Japan.
I
So
didn't
they
know
start
that.
next week. Yeah.
I
They
knew
start
they
they
could
start
start
next
next
week.
week, but I didn't know there was
Yep.
one in Japan. But yeah, speaking of the draft, what it's in Green Bay this year.
Green Bay. Green
Yeah.
Bay. Well, good for them. I think that'll be cool to watch. And
Yep.
we'll talk about that a little closer when we get to that. But right now it's March Madness. Scott, you have your picks right now. You want to give the fans who you're picking? Final
Yeah,
four?
my final four ended up being Auburn, Florida, Duke, and Houston, I believe. And I've got Duke and Florida in it with Duke winning it. So we'll see what happens.
I like it.
Not because I'm a Duke fan. Yeah, I live in North Carolina. I'm not like a diehard Duke fan. I don't know. I
They're
think
pretty
they
good.
looking pretty good, and they went down a player, their
A good
star
player.
player, and
Yep.
they still played pretty well.
Yeah.
And then another
Yep.
guy step up who broke his leg last year in the same arena they just went in the other night.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so,
So yeah.
yeah, so I'm going with Duke. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
So,
I'm gonna have my brackets done filled out tomorrow. So next week I'll let you know
yeah,
kind of where I'm at with things. We'll see how the first round goes, and we'll go from there. It'll be pretty cool. But
yep,
so
yep,
hey, last thing we're gonna talk about today. I'm
yep.
really really excited because we got a tea time for Sunday.
That's right.
And we're playing at a course I think we talked about before. But I'm gonna be playing, you're gonna be playing, Ryan's gonna be playing, our buddy Ryan and my cousin Alex. We are
Yep.
going to be heading back to Holly Ridge in Archdale, right? Archdale, North
Yes, I believe
Carolina.
it's Archdale. Yep. There's the address
Um,
right there.
we do our whole designer series, and I think it was Jim Blevins did this course, and I don't know Jim Blevins. I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him before, but
That's what is that? That's hole nine right there, right? Teeing off over the I think that no wait,
no, no,
no. No, that's
that's seven, seven.
seven,
It comes
yeah.
back,
Sorry,
yeah,
I thought that was a T-ball. I didn't see the flag
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Nine's over here to the right. Yep.
Nine's over to the right. Four, one, two, three. Yeah, four is this par four or par
Mhm.
five that goes right next to the power lines.
But they've
So
redone this. They redid the clubhouse recently. Not
well,
that it was a
the course was built in 1994. All right, Jim Blevins was the designer of it. In 2023, they came in and they redid everything. They redid the clubhouse, redid all the greens, renovated the whole course, and it's been
it's
such a big
nice.
hit in this area. They
Yeah.
got golf simulators there. They got a great little grill there. They got a dog that kind of hangs out that you can go a little golden doodle and
Yeah.
everything like that.
There's more
Um,
picture of this. I think they've got
yeah.
yeah, like six
Big
simulators.
simulators, yeah.
Yeah.
So it is
Um
there's a dog right there. If you go down a little bit, you see the golden doodle.
oh yeah,
There he
there he
is.
is.
There he
Their
is right
little
there. Yep.
mascot.
Yep.
Um,
So,
yeah,
but the
six indoor
course,
simulators, right? Yep.
but the place is fantastic, and the golf course is a real treat. It's actually built on the Holly Farm. That's why they call it the Holly Ridge. So
Yep.
Holly Farm, right there, and it is, very open fairways. The greens are absolutely enormous. Like you're
Yes,
going to
they
hit a
are.
lot of greens, but
But
you're
you're
going
gonna
to
have a
have like
long putt.
40, 50, 60, 70 foot putts
Mhm.
into some of them. So a lot of undulation on them. And they've done just a great job with it. The driving range is really, really nice. So if you're
Yep.
ever out here
Driving
in
range.
North Carolina, Winston-Salem, Greensboro, you got to check this course out. They do have a deal that if you book a foursome
Mhm.
to go play there, it's like $43 to play or something like that. It's a
Which is a
great deal.
steal for the weekend.
And it's like
And
six, I think it's 65 if you don't have a
the
foursome. So
way
it is
they've
absolute
the
deal.
way they've fixed up that course, that's especially for the weekend. That's great. I wish
It
I had
is,
some more pictures of the course on here, but
yeah.
anyways,
Well, we'll bring a lot of them. We'll take
yeah.
a lot of pictures when we go. But the course is great. So I'm excited about playing. I know you are. I know Alex is, and I know Ryan is. So we're gonna have a
I
good old
started
time over
off
at Pine
great
Ridge.
there last time. I went like what
Yeah,
par,
you were like
30
two on
par or
like you were
something.
like yeah you were like
Two
three pars or
over
four par. Yeah, two over
after
through like seven.
7 or something. Then I lost a few balls and things happened after. I still played decent the rest of the
You
way.
did. You did. I think the back nine is definitely harder than
Oh
the
yeah.
front nine. But it's going to be a great day. I'm really looking forward to it, and we're playing Sunday morning, and then we'll go from there. So hopefully
Yep.
we'll shoot well and have a lot of fun with it. But if you're ever in this Archdale, High Point, Greensboro area, and you want to play some really really good golf,
Oh yeah,
right here,
there's overhead shot of let's see what,
clubhouse. Yep.
but yeah, it was a cool overhead shot of the clubhouse and
Yep.
what they've done with the driving range, and they've got a really great sitting area if it's a nice day and you want to they fixed up a bar, you can get, like
Yeah.
regular bar food, but it's there it is. There's you got your
And
driving range
driving range is right
here,
behind
your
it. Putting
putting.
greens over there. Yep.
This is the tee
First
box on
hole
the
goes
left
down that
was
way.
your first
Yep.
hole. Yeah.
And
Just
18 comes around the back of it.
yeah,
That's 18 right there with the lake and everything like that.
yep,
So,
yep.
but yeah, it's a great little course. So, hopefully we'll hit them straight and hit them well. And I'm really
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
same. So we'll see what happens and we'll keep you all posted. But yeah, keep your eye on our channels and we'll post some video on there and maybe some shenanigans, who knows.
Oh, I don't know. We're not going
That
down
was
to the
this
villages
was
yet.
the one back in the day when your brother and I had a
Oh
off on
yeah, dude, you
18.
remember
Remember
that?
that in the rain?
So Scott and my brother Eric had a
Back
pretty big rivalry going for a little while where Eric would come down and golf or we'd go up there and the two would talk so much bad smack. I mean, it was the worst trash talking I've ever heard in my entire life between the two of you. And it was funny. It was hilarious to watch you guys go at it. Well, my brother talked a little bit too much and this was the last day, the last course we were playing. The course before was Grandover West, and my brother was beating you by what, like 17, 18 strokes after like 3 days of golf or something like that. Well, the Grandover courses were hosting the qualifying for a
Mhm.
Corn Ferry event that's out in Raleigh. And we were on the back nine. I think we had like four holes left or something like that. And he's up by like 15, 16 strokes on you. And some guys walking in the middle of the fairway to kind of like just
Yeah, this is still at Grandover, not Holly Ridge.
this is still a
Yeah.
grand over. This is still a grand over. Walking in the middle of the fairway,
Because
just
yeah,
kind of
they were
taking his
testing their
marking hit.
rolls. Yeah, the on
He
the
had his
on the
yardage
green.
book and trying to do it. Just like walking all over the place. And we're like, dude, we're trying to play here. And my brother lost it. He lost it. And he still swears to this day that dude cost him the entire, even though he was down 15 strokes and he couldn't come back from it. But Holly Ridge, so we played Holly Ridge the next day. And I think Scott was still up, like down by like 8 or 9 strokes. And Scott, you were able to come back, and we had to do a playoff hole on the last hole, and it started raining, and
Well,
it wasn't just
we finished the hole, then we had to go back and
we
do the
finished the hole,
putt.
and
We
you
did
guys
a
were
putt
tied. You
off.
guys were tied,
Yeah, we
and
did a
then
putt off.
you did a playoff. You played the whole
Yeah,
hole again,
yeah.
and it started raining, and it wasn't like just raining. It was
Uh,
sheets of rain, sheets of rain.
because you all were watching from the clubhouse while we were
We were
getting
watching from the clubhouse, and you guys are soaking wet. And Eric lost, and he was so mad. And he was like, "If the rain hadn't have come, if the green wasn't that sanded on that one, it was one excuse. That guy wasn't walking yesterday." It was hilarious,
It
but
was
a
funny.
lot of good memories out of that course.
Yep. Yep. Yep, that was a good time. Good time.
Great
So
time. Yeah, oh
anyway,
man, I remember that rain, Scott. It wasn't just raining; it was
no, it
like
was
freaking
pouring.
torrential.
Right. It kind of started a little bit on the back nine, but it let up right there at 18. It not let up, it
It
started
was. It
pouring.
opened up. It opened up.
Yep. But
Oh,
anyways, if you're in the Archdale area, that's a great course to check out that they've
yep.
it's fairly open.
That
I
was very open.
yeah, yeah, it's just a good track to play and
Yeah,
they fixed it.
fun place to play. Fun. It's very linksy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you get a
Yep.
lot of rolls, a lot of
Yeah,
links.
you could some holes you could be on another fairway and hit over to the
Yeah,
other hole side.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Anyways,
So,
yeah. Yep.
well,
Cool, man. That's about all I got for tonight. You got anything else?
no, I think we're good. I'm gonna, go get some rest here and kind of try to hold these allergies, go get some Claritin or something like
Yeah.
that, and get these allergies kicked off before Saturday. I'm looking forward to it though. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yep. Yep.
So,
All right, man. That's about all I got. Everybody hit that subscribe button. Appreciate the support. Give us your feedback, comments below, but
hey,
thanks for
we
tuning
forgot
in.
to talk about. We started a new YouTube page for this, right?
Oh
For our
yeah, yeah,
podcast.
that's right. That's right. So
Yeah.
this is up on if you're watching this, you've probably seen it on the new YouTube. It's always golf o'clock. We
Yep.
started an new Instagram page for it just to help, promote just the podcast. So we'll do little short clips on there and then, direct people to YouTube and eventually we'll have this up on Spotify and other platforms too. Our wives and other friends might think we're crazy, but you know what? It doesn't matter.
I, I enjoy doing it with you, buddy. I enjoy
Right.
talking and
For the love of the game, but
especially when your dad's telling us how dorky we are and kind of makes me laugh
hey,
and everything like that. But
we
guess
get
what?
those
When we go down to the
sponsorships and
villages,
those clubs and
we're having a
oh,
guest, and guess who that guest is going to
yep.
be?
And it's going to be live. We could do it from the Lanai.
We could do it from the Lion, Fred Bear, from the
Yep.
Lion. Fred Bear is going to be. I want to hear what he has to say about his game, so I'm
Right,
looking
right.
forward to it.
We'll have to do it on a day after he plays well, or had a few drinks, or after we get back from the
After
square.
get from the square, right there
Or
we
we
go.
could go live from the square. That's what we got to do.
We could go live from the square. Yep.
Live from the square
Yep. I
on the
love it.
golf cart.
I love it. Let's do it.
Yep, yep.
So,
All right.
well,
Well, everybody, appreciate you tuning in. Everybody have a good rest of the week. If you play, hit them straight. But the most important thing is have fun and enjoy it.
see you guys later.